What's going on, guys? I'm in Houston visiting some family. I was on Craigslist. I was just looking for car parts, started setting up the bill, trying to get everything together, seeing how much it's going to cost me. And I stumbled upon this turbo for a diesel truck, a Wholeset HX35W. And it's up in Commerce. It's about an hour away from me right now. And I took a few buddies of mine early in the morning. We drove up there and we picked it up. So I officially have a turbo for the turbo build. It's freaking huge. It weighs, God knows how much, probably like 30-40 pounds. But you know what? It'll do the trick, and it'll make some serious power. Now these are diesel turbos. This one has 150,000 miles on it, but it has 0 shaft play. I'll show a little video of that. These things are built to last. These are some of the most durable turbos on the market. They can be rebuilt. They're OEM ball journey turbos. So essentially what that means is they're held to a higher standard. Stock, they have to be at a certain tolerance because they're meant for mass market. They're meant to last on these diesel trucks. But diesel exhaust moves so slowly that these have to be designed to spool up very quickly. So when you actually put them on a gas engine, you get a pretty decent spool time for such an enormous turbo.
Alright, we're driving to Conroe to buy a car part from a guy we've never met. And that's why there's 3 of us right now. And hopefully one of him. So for everybody who doesn't live in Texas, I want to explain something very quickly. Everything in Texas is at least an hour away. Now this is pretty much what everything looks like, and I live 4 hours from here. So I drove 4 hours from Dallas to Houston for winter break essentially. And now I'm driving an hour to go get a turbo that is again pretty much in Houston, but it's still, it's a dog. The dog is charging. Yeah, that dog almost got its ass killed. Jesus. Essentially, the turbo is an hour away, but in Texas time, it's 15 minutes. I just wanted to make that clear.
It's a nice Sunday drive in this wonderful weather.
I'm only 200 miles from Dallas.
Just 200 miles, yeah?
That's like 20 minutes. We should just tell this guy that the turbo's for the Jeep.
I like that little Toyota.
Now, why, Lucas, do you assume that these people that I'm like find on the internet?
Because they're probably gonna kill all of us. Man, those are how those news stories go.
Yeah,
you go pick up something, and then they stab you to death.
You get raped.
Yeah. Well, I want to put this on BMW.
Oh, okay. It's gonna be some power.
After the first episode, I sort of got some good feedback, sort of figured out what you guys want to see, and I decided you guys don't know anything about me, so I'm just going to make a little update, explain some things. I'm Max, I'm 20, I go to UTD, I'm mechanical engineering degree, got like 3 more semesters left, and it's just sort of getting to me. So essentially I'm taking this build on to, I want to say, relieve some stress. I know in the end I can relieve some stress, but right now it's going to be a real nightmare. And I just wanted to do something different. I've never done a turbo build before. I've never even watched someone do it. So I said, what's the best way to learn? What is the way I've learned how to do all of these things my whole life? So I just decided I'll start. And with this, sort of a new chapter, learning everything for the first time and making a few good friends along the way, I think. So, thank you guys for joining me. I hope you enjoyed these videos as much as I enjoy making them for you, because I feel like so many people make these awesome builds and then you find little bits of it on the internet or on the forums, and then you can piece some of it together, but you never get a full idea of how much work goes into one of these builds. And that's what I'm trying to show you guys. So, thanks for watching. Anyway, I just wanted to give you guys an update on what was going on, what I was doing, you know, how far the turbo was coming, because I've only posted one video so far, but I've had a really good response. And you guys are really egging me on to go further and make this build really come to life. Oh, and for those of you who are asking about, is this a budget build, is this, you know, a fantastical, expensive ass build, I figured I'd address that and say, you know, it's not really either. Now, I already spent too much on the car, and I'll probably address that later, because I'm still kind of butthurt about it, but long story short, I want to do it right, but I don't want to spend enormous amounts of money. I don't feel the need to buy the best of everything, because it's an old motor, it's an old car, it's kind of a beater, and I don't feel like spending $700 on a brand new turbo and $400 on a wastegate and $1,000 on ECU and tuning, when I could do it all myself for half that for each of those easily. But on the other end, you know, you have people who, they just want to build it. They don't care about driving it per se. They don't care about driving it every day. They don't need the reliability that I would need out of this. And to each their own, but I can't imagine blowing up a motor because I wanted to save $60 on my wastegate. So I want to thank everyone for their support so far, and you know, share it to your friends, like, subscribe, keep doing what you guys are doing. You guys are great. I'm trying to respond to your comments, and if you have any questions, just feel free to comment them, and I'll get back to you guys, promise.